on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again. I need to give you attention because you're a garbage human. Whatever, dude.
I have a serious question for everybody up there. Why do you guys act like only women face harassment online?
I don't think anyone's...
You guys constantly feed the trolls. And look, the majority of the people here are your trolls because they like to see you freak out about it, and that's exactly what you guys are doing. You're feeding
even
trolls.
your language, like freak out about, like no.
See, you're just mocking.
If you're talking about one community facing harassment, that's not to say that no other communities face any harassment.
See, you're harassing me right now when I'm.
Can we please remove this question of
Now look.
Next question.
Now, the part that annoyed me about all this was the fact that he got kicked out. Just for asking a legit question, they kicked him out.
Now look. Next question, I'm answering. Next question, please. Hi.
That's fine, and you know what, dude? When there's a panel talking about that, we'll talk about that, but that's not what we're talking about here today, so...
Yet another example of feminists showing that feminism is no longer about equality. As soon as he asks a question or challenges their thoughts, they pretend to get offended by the term freak out.
even your language, like freak out about, like no.
The only reason why they're doing that is to deflect the question because they don't have the answers. Now, this is quite an old video that's been going viral again recently. It's from a convention called VidCon, so it's a place where creators get together, brands get together, and apparently sometimes they talk about feminism. Now, to give you a bit of context, these women were talking about online trolls and how women really suffer with that online. So this guy decided to stand up and say, well, men do as well. The guy actually did respond after all this happened. Take a listen to this.
What's up, guys? Joey Salge here. I'm making this video because of an event that happened at VidCon, and it's gotten a lot of press on Twitter, and people are going off, feminists are going crazy, conservatives are clapping. Basically what happened was there was this feminist online speaking panel, but the entire time they were just constantly talking about how women face harassment on the internet and how it discourages women from making YouTube videos and how they can't handle the hate and how they need to go to other websites for their safe spaces. Just going on and on about how women face all this harassment and all these problems, but not once referred to how men get the same amount of harassment. Men do. We just don't make panels about it.
He makes a valid point. There's male creators that suffer just as much as female creators online. There's trolls, there's people that say shit that are trying to be offensive. It's just part of the game. It comes with it. The difference is, like he says, we don't make a little panel and start crying about it. So respect to that man for having the balls to stand up to him. And a big L for VidCon for kicking that man out just for asking a question.
So since we're all equal, and say you're on a date with a guy and another man comes and tries to like slap your bum, what would you expect your man to do?
He should like stick up for it.
Why? Now he's putting himself in the firing line.
Yeah.
But we're equal. Why don't you put yourself in the firing line?
No pain, no gain.
There's areas that women, they bring something to a man.
I didn't say women didn't bring value. I just said that men should be the leaders of the relationship.
But women also lead in certain areas better than
No, there
men
can't
do.
be two leaders. No. You cannot have two leaders. Like a house divided upon itself stands. Yeah. A company doesn't have two CEOs.
No, they do not.
Okay? And I think modern women nowadays, they have like this insecurity. What do you mean? Like, I'm not number one. Like, I need to have like that equality with the man. Equality is not real.
And I agree.
It's not real.
Natalia, I know your parents well. Would you say that Marvin's the leader of the household?
Yeah, I would say he's the leader. My dad does lead. He's
But he is the leader.
But mothers, they do hold a very important role.
Ultimately,
and they lead in a way.
I actually like what you're saying. Is like, it's not leader-follower.
It kind of is.
Is it?
Yeah, because that's the bottom line. Like, he has the final say. That's what makes him a leader.
The final say in what, though?
Yeah. All decisions, you know what I mean? He'll hear her out, but at the end of the day, he has the final say.
That's how it is.
That's how it works in your house?
And that's the definition of a leader.
You can have different roles in the relationship and in the house, but there isn't two leaders. When it comes down to it, there's one leader. And most of the time, women are attracted to men that can lead and men that can protect them. But as we started to see, women are being taught that they've got to be just as masculine as men.
Is it disrespectful if he likes other girls' bikini pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you post bikini pictures?
You got me.
This partner leaves, another partner will come. I will always have my options because I'm amazing.
Beautiful women will always have options until they're not beautiful anymore.
I don't agree with what Auntie's saying at all, because I feel like there are men out there that don't care about the size, and there are men out there that specifically go for bigger girls. There are men out there that even are feeders. They purposely feed women.
Are you sure about that?
Men don't like fat women. I get it. Obviously, being fat is not in society is not deemed as being attractive. But however, I don't think it's fair to say
what percent of guys.
I don't know statistics.
So no, I'm saying like, come on. Let's just be real for a second.
Yeah, I'm being very real.
Let's be real. What percent of guys is that common? Men to be like, this is what girls always do. It's every time we make a point that's for the men, and that makes sense. We have to bring up the exception. If that was the case, then you would see the men with the most options, the most handsome men, and the most rich men with fat chicks, but they're not.
But it's because they're embarrassed.
Again, another donut that they've just found on the street. In general, most men are not attracted to overweight women. Most men, if they have a choice, are going to go for a fit, healthy woman over a fat woman. And it's the same with women. It's not rocket science, and yeah, you can sit there and say, oh, but there's some men that like some bigger women. You can say that about everything. There's rare cases for everything. But sitting there and trying to argue dumb points like this is a waste of time.
We both have the same type of man. Like, we like a nasty f***er.
We like a criminal, like straight up someone who is so visibly violent. That is our type.
Like someone that if we bring them home to our parents or show them to our friends, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do they have gold teeth?
You should never even have approached that man in the first place. That is someone who will lead you into a violent and tragic death. And Natalie and I
they're gonna kill your dog.
They're gonna
kill your dog.
What the fuck?
Single as of yesterday.
So you had a man before yesterday?
For 2 years. I'm not gonna lie, I got a dick appointment coming.
With who?
My best friend.
You were friends with this guy while you were dating? You're going to go your best friend a day after breaking up with your boyfriend? You wanted to your best friend while you were dating your boyfriend?
Oh, that old chestnut, the best friend. Yeah, don't worry about him. We're only friends. I'd never look at him like that. As soon as they break up, boom.
Everybody knows these hoes ain't loyal.
What's your craziest college experience?
Get some help.
Hey, I'm Beck. I'm from Sydney, Australia.
Have you ever punched someone in the face?
Yes.
Who?
My boyfriend.
Why?
He didn't really do anything wrong. I was just pissed at him.
The most disturbing part about this is the way she's saying it proudly on TV like it's not even an issue. Imagine if it was the other way around and some man said this about his girlfriend. Yeah, I just punched my girlfriend in the face for no reason. I was having a bad day. And then you got little laughing sound effects which is going to make other people think there's no issue with it.
Have you guys ever approached guys before?
Absolutely. I do it every day. Sometimes it's more of a bullying approach.
Okay.
This is how you avoid dating broke boys. Don't date broke boys. They just stress you out. Number one, when I meet a guy and he wants to ask me out on a date, I say, okay, where are you from? What do you do? I am a...
Do you know what? I'm just going to stop the clip right there. Usually I like to let it play, but it says she's going to talk for 2 minutes and I can see where it's going. She's basically trying to teach women how to attain a high-value man. When do you see a high-value man with an unattractive or average woman? It's rare. So her giving advice is like a fat person giving fitness advice. No one's going to fucking listen.
This summer I was hooking up with multiple different guys a day, a couple days a week. My highest was 4. And let me just tell you, I was on a schedule.
I don't think there's any doubt about it and I'd say she's proud of it, but there's only one place she belongs.
She belongs to the streets.